Hello and good morning. My name's Sam Griffin, and welcome to day one of my 30 days of eating real food challenge countdown, or count up, however you want to look at it. But I will be talking quiet because everyone in my house is currently sleeping, and every morning I'm just going to make a little video diary of this process. So let me show you real quick of what I'm doing, what I'm not eating. Okay, so this right here, hopefully you can see that lists what I'm not eating. So number one is nothing with flour or white rice in it. And if it's going to be a grain product, it's going to have to be 100% whole wheat. Okay. Number two is no corn syrup or putting sugar in stuff. And even though Rule 3 kind of takes care of all that most of the time, Rule 3 says nothing out of a box, a can, a bag, a bottle, or a package that has more than 5 ingredients on the label. I was actually looking at Frank's Red Hot sauce. Red Hot. Frank's, what's it called? Frank's Hot Sauce, I guess it's called. One of my favorite things in the world. I put that on everything, and I looked at the bottle and I read it, and it only has 4 ingredients in it, and it's like peppers and vinegar and 2 other things that's completely harmless that I recognize so I was thinking, well, I can eat that. That's good. So I've been going through my house and pantries and figuring out what's eligible to be eaten on this list. Back to this: no deep fried foods, which is my favorite thing in the world, and no fast food. And so the whole experiment to me is it cheaper to do this? Is it actually cheaper to eat this super healthy way, or is it more expensive? Because a lot of people say, oh, well, you can't eat organic because it's so expensive and I can't afford organic apples and all that. But what if you weren't eating, pizza every Friday, or getting snacks, or, the really expensive stuff at the stores and things, or you weren't stopping through the drive-through, or but you basically, with this system, you have to make everything. You're basically going to be cooking everything. Nothing comes out of a bag. There are no hot pockets. You're not microwaving stuff real fast out the door. I mean, a lot of planning is going to have to go into that, and that's what's going to kill me. So anyway, day one. This is the first day. I'm starting this today. So it's actually day 0, but I'm going to call it day 1 because it's January 1st. And so I was watching TV last night. Just some thoughts about New Year's resolutions. And if you think I'm crazy about all this, that's totally fine with me. But I believe that this is fairly correct. But as far as New Year's resolutions go, how many times have you made them and you felt stupid about it and you failed, and then you felt more stupid, and then you did the thing that you were trying to usually resolutions, or you're giving up something, you're giving up Pepsi or pop or something like that, and then after a while you just are like, okay, give me one, and then you feel like crap, and then you just start back into it and you fail. This happens to everybody every year. So I was listening to these Hollywood movie stars, say what their resolutions was, and they were all saying nice things. And then Jerry Seinfeld, one of my favorite comedians, got on there, and he said, I don't believe in New Year's resolutions, because if I have a goal, I'm going to set it right now. I'm not going to wait for New Year's. He's like, that's ridiculous. And I was thinking, I really didn't want him to say that, even though that's correct. And what he said was absolutely true and correct. But, I was like, oh, God, way to bust everyone's bubble, Jerry. Good job. But, he's actually right. You shouldn't wait to do something. Nothing ever good is achieved by waiting. Let's see. I got some notes here I'm reading. I think the mistake that people make with resolutions is they use the word forever. I'm going to give this up forever. Or I'm quitting this forever. And or they make goals that's very definite. Like I'm going to be ripped by the summer, or I'm gonna totally quit this forever. And then that's just a recipe for disaster. So and I've had that disaster happen to me year after year. So this time I'm not making this isn't a resolution. This is just an experiment if I can do it for 30 days. Maybe I can't. And that's fine. But I'm going to give it everything I have for the next 30 days to try to not put anything processed in my body, because I want to see what happens. Is the hype true? Do you actually feel better if you don't do that? So I don't know. I've never done that, and I bet most people haven't. But I'm going to try it, and I'm going to document the whole darn thing and see what happens. So, I'm not looking at this as a resolution at all. In fact, I challenge you, because if you did make a resolution, try to do it for a month, like I'm doing, instead of thinking in terms of by the summer or by next Christmas or by next year or in 5 years. Think 30 days of this. 30 days. This is day one. Get out there and kick butt in life today. I'll talk to you later.